the push button is pressed and there is an object in front of the stopper sensor. The cylinder retracts along X-axis and get ready to pick up an object, and on the other hand the geared motor storage moves its position towards to its intended place and align in a manner of which to accept an object, and then the vertically erected cylinder advances, meaning along Z-axis downward, then the vacuum suction turned on and pick an object, and now moves along Z-axis upward and advance the horizontal cylinder piston along X-axis, and now again moves Z-axis downward and now vacuum suction turned off, and this would results in place an object in its particular storage. This process takes place repeatedly. Spindle plus X Z-axis control. As it is shown, all the variables are represented along the column wise with their data type and input-output address. For clarity, return is the coil tag, as X-axis or horizontally moving cylinder tends to return to its original position. Spin_CCW is the counterclockwise or anti-clockwise rotation of geared motor. Spin_CW is the clockwise rotation of geared motor. Start_SW is the one and the only push button involved in ladder logic. Store 1, Store 2, and Store 3 are three different storage position sensors address. VAC is a vacuum suction coil tag. VAC_det, which is the one we called earlier stopper sensor responsible for vacuum suction detecting sensor. X_ADV advance horizontally along X-axis and its effect sensed along the way similarly. X_RET is when the extended cylinder along X-axis returned, its effect is now detected through the sensor. X_SIL is the solenoid valve used as a coil tag for the cylinder along X-axis. Z_SIL is similarly the solenoid valve used as a coil tag for the cylinder along Z-axis. Z_down and Z_up variables implies that as the solenoid valve vertically aligned and it moves downward and upward, its effect is detected through those respective sensors. To describe the overall ladder logic execution in precise way, as the start push button pressed once in row 0, the memory address MX1 energized and self-hold, and in row 2 instantly due to its raising edge contact enables the mathematical operator called adder. As a result, now the value of count is 1, that is equal to the first equal comparator among 4 of those equal sign comparators cascaded in series for each of those various comparison values, so it triggers POS1 in row 6. Due to MX1, in row 32 now energize the coil tag for a geared motor and spins in clockwise direction until it detects the store 3 position in row 11 that enables MX2 energize and self-hold. Now the storage reaches its intended place, so the geared motor, the one which was rotating clockwise, stop in row 32. And in row 45 this effect results in Z-axis cylinder advances vertically downward due to this response. Now it goes to row 15 and the Z_down detects its effect, so MX3 energized and remains self-hold. In row 17 the stopper sensor or the vacuum suction detector detects and MX4 is energized and self-hold. In row 47 the vacuum suction vac coil tag energized until MX7 coil tag activates, which means suction object again goes back to row 45. The line opens up so Z-axis solenoid valve de-energized, so by holding an object in row 19 Z-axis lifts up an object. As a result MX5 now energized with having self-hold. Its immediate result now affects X-axis solenoid cylinder to be energized in row 44, so it advances the X-axis or horizontal cylinder. In row 21 the advancement of X-axis is detected and MX6 is now activated and self-hold. This effect goes to again to row 46 and advance Z-axis cylinder solenoid valve so its cylinder moves downward with holding an object. In row 23 now the advancement of Z-axis detected and activates and self-holds MX7. Now it goes back to row 47 and de-energizes the vacuum suction coil tag. This effect helps to the release and placement of an object. If the stopper sensor or vacuum suction detector doesn't detect any object, so MX8 energized and self-hold in row 25. Then it goes back to row 46 and opens up Z-axis vertical solenoid valve coil tag. This factor results to lift its cylinder piston vertically upward after placing an object in appropriate storage position. Now in row 27 the cylinder upward replacement detected through Z_up sensor, so energize MX9 and self-hold, after which in row 44 X-axis cylinder solenoid valve deactivate and returned back, and in retracted state its effect can be detected in row 29 and energize and self-hold MX10. This results in to turn off all memory address MX1 to MX9. The X-axis cylinder retraction is expected this way if it is a single solenoid valve, but here a double solenoid valve is involved, so return coil tag in row 52 is used to retract X-axis after it detects any object in front of it after 4 seconds. Here an on-timer is used in row 49 as a stopper sensor or vacuum suction detecting enables the on-timer and waits 4 seconds to return the X-axis solenoid valve coil tag into retracted state which was previously advanced. If the push button is pressed for the second time, now the storage moves and shift to the next position, and the remaining thing are similar to the prior clarification. Through this way it picks and places those items in those of 3 different storages sequentially, one after the other, as the push button is operated various time. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe and share the video if you find it helpful. Stay creative. PRD-SS channel.